Hi, I'm Jenny. I am a freelance developer and I run the Facebook group for female developers called Women in Web Dev. This is a Facebook Live that I did a few weeks ago. You must have heard from employers that, like, when you get rejected, that they're looking for more experience. How I got the idea for this video is because on another Facebook group for women in tech, um, this woman, she said that she had 1 year of experience, um, and she's been job searching for several months, and she kept hearing from employers that they're looking for more experience. And so she was just like, well, it's very clear in my resume. I only have 1 year experience. Like, she wasn't trying to pass herself off as like being more experienced or anything like that. So she was completely like mystified and just wanted some tips on how to do a better job of her job search. And it's a really fascinating question. And I was like, okay, well, why do employers do this? Like, if they're looking for more experience, maybe 3 to 5 years, why are they interviewing people with only 1 year of experience? And what does it actually mean? So I went to my network and I asked them, like, okay, like, here's the situation. Like, what do you think is going on? So I did some crowdsourcing on this age-old question. One of the issues might be that the gatekeeper, so it's the person who's looking through the resumes, they actually might have a lower bar than what the hiring manager is looking for. And so even if you have less experience, you kind of like slip through the crack and you got an interview. But actually, I think most of the time what's happening is that you actually do have the skills to do the job. And since the employers, they are interviewing a wide variety of candidates, they don't know who they might end up hiring, but you actually can do the job. Like, if they hired you, you might be able to do the job, and that's why you're there. So you go through the process and then they tell you, oh, they're looking for more experience. And then you're like, oh my gosh, like, what? You knew I only have 1 year of experience. So like, what's happening? You have to remember that at the end of the day, the employers, they are looking for the best candidate for the job. So maybe they interview 5 people and all 5 people can do the job, but they only have one position. And what happens might be they hired like someone with 3 years of experience. The looking for more experience part becomes like an easy way out for them. So it's easy for them to say, oh, well, I hired someone with 3 years of experience and I'm rejecting someone with 1 year of experience. So what's happening is I'm looking for more experience. So in my research, actually, one guy, he said that he was choosing between 2 candidates, and the person with less experience got the job because he actually performed better on the coding test. But he said that if the person with more experience got the job, he would have rejected the other person, saying that, oh, we're looking for more experience. So you can see, like, actually, the more experienced part is kind of like a catch-all term. It actually stands in for something else, right? It's standing in for the fact that the successful candidate can code better. So, but it's like an easy and lazy way for employers to use we're looking for more experience than to say something more specific. Because, well, it makes sense, right? Like, if I have 3 years of coding experience, it makes sense that I write better code than someone with 1 year of experience. And so kind of like the two different things conflate with each other. And at the end of the day, it's actually about the technical skill, not the years of experience. So what does this mean for you? Like, okay, so now that you know, okay, when employers tell that to me, it's probably like they're too lazy to give me the real reason. And I should actually find out more information, because just knowing that they hired someone with more experience doesn't help you, because you're like, well, like I can't get more experience without having another job first or something like that. So how you can turn this around and use this information is ask them for more information, right? When someone tells you we hired someone because they had more experience, you need to ask them, okay, well, what is it that this other person can do that I can't do yet? So what is some like tangible steps that I need to make to become more competitive for next time? And I mean, not all employers are going to be willing to give you this feedback, and that's okay. But you need to know that, like, oh, it's not hopeless, and like there's something that you can do about it. Like you can study up on whatever concept they're looking for, and you're not stuck. You're not like, oh, because I have no experience, I can't get a job. So to conclude, when employers say that they're looking for more experience, it's a term that's standing in for the real reason. Like hiring is so nuanced. It might be because they think that the more experienced person is a better cultural fit. In that case, you can't really like do anything about it. It's just, chemistry. It's like dating, right? It's like the chemistry don't work out with this company, you move on to the next. But if it's something more technical, you should ask them like, okay, like what skill do I need to improve, or what concept do I need to learn to be more competitive? Like when you hear this, you need to ask for more information, because most of the time that is not the real reason, right? I hope this was helpful. It was definitely an interesting topic for me to research, just like knowing the psychology behind why employers say this. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you next week.